Kenya is in mourning after Islamist militants attacked a Nairobi shopping mall on September 21st. Dozens of people were killed in the assault, with Somali militant group al-Shabab claiming responsibility.
And we're joined now by VOA Somali Service editor Daud Aweis, who's been following the story. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
We know al-Shabab is a Somali group, but do we know about their motives for this attack?
According to al-Shabab's message in the Twitter and also in some other social media like the Somali website, they say that this attack was a retaliation against what they call the Kenya's invasion into Somali territory. We know that Kenyan forces went to Somalia in 2011 to help the Somali government and to flush out al-Shabab from some regions in southern Somalia. But after Kenyan forces took the port city of Kismayo in 2012, there were some threats from al-Shabab saying that they will retaliate by invading and also attacking some key installations in Kenya. And this is like what they were talking about, their threat. It's like they are now fulfilling what they said before, that they are going to retaliate against the Kenyan forces' presence in Somalia.
And tell us about this mall that was attacked.
This, I can say, is the biggest mall in the region. It's a mall where diplomats and the wealthy people in Kenya go. Many diplomats, Western countries diplomats, African diplomats, and the Kenyan people themselves go there. And during the weekends is when they are full of people of different kinds. You can find some restaurants, some cinemas, and some other big shops inside. That's where people like to shop. Even not only people who live in Kenya, even people from the rest of the region, even people from the neighboring countries like Tanzania, Uganda, also when they're visiting Nairobi, they have to go there to see what's going on there, to go to cinema, to buy something like gifts and all kind of things.
Okay, well, what is al-Shabab and what are its ties to Al-Qaeda?
Al-Shabaab is a Somali militant group. It emerged during the Somali courts, Somali Islamist courts era in 2006. It is a group, it was the youth group of the Islamic cause, and later on they were fighting with the Ethiopian force when the Ethiopian force went to Somalia to fight against the Islamic Courts Union, and al-Shabaab was recognized as an extremist group by the international community. From that time they were fighting against the Somali government, they were fighting against the African Union forces, and after the Kenyan forces went to Somalia in 2011, they said that they will also carry attacks against the Kenyan forces because of their presence in Somalia.
Now, you talk about promises of these kinds of attacks that were made before by al-Shabaab. Are there concerns that another attack like this on innocent civilians will happen again?
I think if prevention measures are not taken by the Kenyan forces, some kind of these attacks may happen again, because the al-Shabaab is also saying that they will continue attacking Kenyan targets unless the Kenyan forces decide to withdraw their forces from Kismayo in southern Somalia.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much for joining us. Daud Aweis, editor of VOA Somali Service.